Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to integrate your mobile application with a cloud service called Parse, and I'm going to use Parse as kind of backend data storage to store user login and registration details. There are other services that you can use to as a cloud service. There's Amazon Cloud Service, there's Google Cloud, and there is a cloud service from Microsoft, or you can use your own server and MySQL database to store user registration details. And if you would rather use your own server and MySQL database, then I do have video recorded that shows you how to do that. So if you look down below in the description of this video, you will find a link that walks you through an example of how to send user details to your server side and PHP script that accepts, reads those details and stores them into a database. But for this video, I'm going to use a cloud service called Parse, and I'm going to store user details in data storage, which is in the Parse cloud. Also for this video, I'm going to continue with user login and registration example, a project that I have created earlier. So if you would like to learn how to create a user registration page and a login page, how to connect this view controllers together, and how to enable buttons, also please go ahead, scroll down, and in the description of this video you'll find a link to the example where I create user interface, because for this video I'm going to reuse that project. There is no business logic, just the pure UI and navigation flow implemented. Okay, so I'm assuming you have this example, or you have your mobile application, your own project, and you have your registration page, and you are ready to integrate it with cloud service Parse. So let's begin. I will go ahead and open parse.com, and before I can start integrating, to begin, I'll go to my apps. I don't have any apps created, so this will be my very first app, and I will call it my cool app. Okay, it creates all sorts of different application, client, JavaScript keys, so we will need that. But I'm not going to copy them from here. I'll click on Quick Start Guide. Okay, there are different options, and I want to create data. From these options, I'm going to choose mobile. And as you can see, you can use Parse with iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. So I'm going to choose iOS, and I'm going to choose ObjectiveC. Now, in this video, I'm working with a Swift mobile application, but I'm still going to choose ObjectiveC because I'll show you how to integrate this library into your Swift app as well. Okay, and I will choose existing project. Here we go. So the very first step that I need to make is I need to download SDK. If you click on this button, SDK will be downloaded, and you can start making use of it. Now I have already downloaded SDK, and it's on my desktop. The next thing that you need to do is you need to add Parse framework to your Swift project, and then we need to add libraries on which our project will depend. Here's the list of all libraries that we are going to add. So I will go ahead and I will connect. I will open. Sorry, NetBeans is starting. Okay, I will. So I have my parse library on the desktop. In the parse library, I need these two frameworks, bold and parse. I'm going to copy them into my project. I like to create new groups. For example, I'll call it frameworks, and I will copy these two into frameworks group. Very important, copy this make sure you select this checkbox, copy items if needed, finish. Okay, so the two frameworks are connected. Now I will select my project, and then I will switch to build faces and expand link binaries with binary with libraries. And here I'm going to add this list of libraries one by one. So I copy the first one, tap on this plus button, and add it. Second one, and I need to add them all. And the last one. Okay, so now when all libraries are created, I need to connect my project, my Swift project, to this ObjectiveC framework. And the way I'll do it, I will click on user login and registration folder, and I'll create a new file, which is going to be iOS source Kakao Touch, but in this case I need an Objective-C class. So I will call it, you can give it any name, but I'll call it my connector. And I will subclass of an as object, and language is Objective-C. So now when I click on next, the Xcode will ask me if I would like to configure an Objective-C bridging header. You want to say yes. So now the bridging header is created, and inside of this bridging header we will import the parse library. So let's go ahead to our browser and see what we need to do. Okay, so now let's connect our app to parse. So let's import parse library. I'll just copy this into user login, into this bridging header that was just created, and I'll save it. And next, I need to go to my app delegate, and I need to go into did finish launching with options function, and I'm going to copy all of this, which is actually an Objective-C, but we are going to write it in Swift. Okay, so the first line, I have actually prepared this. So the first line, parse enable local data store in Swift, will look like this. So I'll delete this one. And these two initializers I have also prepared in Swift. So it's a very similar syntaxes, parse.set application ID, and I will copy this too. I need application ID and I need application client key. Application ID and the client key. So I have copied the new ones and I don't need it anymore. Okay, so these two lines are very important. I don't need this one as well. Initialize parse. Set application ID and client key to the ones that we have on the screen. And basically this is it. If you scroll down below, it shows you how to begin working with parse and create classes and stuff, but we don't actually need it. What we're going to do, we're going to go to our main storyboard, and here we have our registration page with the view controller. So what we're going to do, we are going to read email password text, the text that user types in this field, and we are going to store it in parse. We'll open Assistant Editor. And this is my example. So when user taps on register button, this register button function is going to be called. Then, as just like we did in our previous example, all this code is going to stay the same. We read user email, password, and then we make sure these fields are not empty, and if they are, we display alert message. We scroll down below, and then here we used to store data into the user defaults, which we do not need. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to paste into the code. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through this code and explain what's going on. So to store data, we need to create a new class or a kind of object which is called PF user. And so I'm declaring a new variable of type PF user. Then I am setting some of the important fields that I need, and these are username, and I'm going to use user email for username. So user email is a variable that holds, is a constant that holds the text that user types into email field. And I need password. I'm copy and paste password here. And for email, I'll just use my email here as well. So username, password in email and email. And then I'm going to call sign up in background with blog. It's a function that will actually send information to parse and will automatically record it into a database and store it there. I will show you how it is, how it looks. Okay, when sign up in background with block completes, it will execute this code. The body, I have here print line user successfully registered. So once this one user is successfully registered, what we need to do, we need to display alert message with confirmation and dismiss view controller that we have displayed. I'm going to copy all this code that I have into this block, because I want to, as soon as user is registered, then I want to display registration is successful, thank you, and when user taps on OK button, the alert will also be displayed. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to save and run this example on iPhone 5. Okay, my application is up and running, and I'm going to try and register. So I'll type in my email address. and then I'll come up with the password and register. Okay, so it says registration successful, and I see user successfully registered in my output in the console, which is this line. So everything worked okay. So I will go back to parse and check if my user details have been recorded. Okay, so I'm on the parse.com. I'll tap on go to my apps, and this is my only app, my cool app that I have created a few minutes ago. Okay, I'm in my dashboard, and I want to click on core, and here we go. So up here in the upper left corner, I see the users or user class. I will tap on it, and I will see the only user that I have created is listed here. So it has a username, which is the email address I typed, and the password, which is hidden, and email address that has been created. So it worked. So now let's go back to our Swift project and work on user login page. I will go back to, we'll minimize this. This is user login controller. I will select the controller, and we'll go to login view controller Swift. Okay, so in here, when user taps on a login button, this login button function is called. We want to read user email and user password, and we want to send them to parse and see if that user exists. So just like with my previous example, I have prepared a little code, and it is pf user login with username and background function that you want to call. Now for this user email, and this function accepts two parameters. The first parameter is username. We are using user email as username, and the second parameter is password. It had dummy data that I used, but we need to replace them with the proper one. So once user email and password is submitted, this block of code will be executed when the response from parse comes back. And basically, if a user object is not empty, if parse returns something, then the login is successful. And as in our previous example, when login is successful, we used to set a flag, a boolean flag, that user is logged in into our user defaults, and then we dismiss view controller. And if otherwise, if user is returned is null, basically parse does not return any user details, else a block of code will be executed and this line will be printed out. So let me save this and run my example. Okay, so I will type my email address, and I will intentionally type a wrong password and try to log in. So it says invalid login, user could not find user. So this line of code was executed. And now I will type the correct password. Login. Here we go. The view controller disappeared, was dismissed, and we got access to our protected page. The last piece of code that I want to show you is how to implement logout, how to kill active user session using parse as well. So I will go to our protected page, and this is where we have the logout button. I'll select this view controller, And basically, when user taps on logout button, this function logout button is called. And what we do here is we set to false or is user login flag. This is needed for our mobile application. I have explained it in my previous example and the very first video, but what we're interested here is this code. This code is new, and this code is from parse, and what I do is pf user. On this object I call function logout in background with block. So when this block of code is executed, when user session is killed, what I do, I bring up the login view again. So this function log out in background with block will kill user session, and technically user will no longer be logged in. So let's try and see how it works. I'll stop it and run it. And I will tap on logout. So user session is killed, and I'm back to login view. So I'll try again. Correct password. It worked. Okay, so I'll log out and let's create a new user. I'll register, and this time I will create a new user. Email address will be jamesbond@gmail.com, and the password will be lowercase James. Register. Successful registration. Let's go to our parse and see if our new user is here. Yes, jamesbond@gmail.com. Here it is. And now we'll go back to our iOS app simulator, and we will log in with jamesbond@gmail.com, and the password is James. I'll log in. Yes, it works. So this is it for this example. I hope, guys, it's going to work for you well. If it doesn't work for some reason, please do comment below, and I will try my best to help you out. Thank you very much. And by the way, this video and all other videos I post on my blog, Swift Developer blog, the address of which I will also copy and paste down below in the description of this video. Thank you.